Welcome. We have an exciting show today. This is episode 2 of Simple Meals, and look who's in the house.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Cyrus, he's actually the Mango Man, okay? And in today's show, it's official. It's 100% official. Today's show, we are going to try, we have over 30 varieties of mangoes in this kitchen, a bunch here, a bunch back there, okay? We're going to show you where you can order some of these mangoes yourself. And we're going to hear from the Mango Man, his story. We're going to talk about why mangoes are actually a great food for people living with all types of diabetes if you want to reverse insulin resistance. We're going to answer your questions. And then we're going to sample as many of the mangoes as we can that are ripe, talk to you about the flavor, and we're just going to have a good old time. So welcome, Cyrus.
Thanks, Robby. It's fun to be here, as always. You may be wondering what this strange contraption is on me. We have a baby who is on her way in here. And we couldn't do a show about mangoes without her. This is Indigo. My wife, Kylie, will be joining us as well. She is a mango fanatic. We call her, I'm the Mango Man. She's the Mango Ma'am. And she freaking loves us. So she'll be coming in a little bit.
Okay, so Cyrus, tell us about your time living in Hawaii and trying to break a world record.
Okay, so I used to live on Oahu for 2 years, from 2005 to 2007. And while I was there, I recognized that there were more mango trees on the island of Oahu than I had ever seen in my life. So I would drive from my home to the University of Florida where I was working. The University of Hawaii where I was working. And it was like a 20-minute drive or so. And what I did was I actually mapped out every single mango tree that I could find all along the route. And then I also kind of like went up into the hills and I mapped out this whole ridiculous geographical area of nothing but mango trees. And every single day, without fail, I would go mango hunting. I would devote like at least an hour and I would find some section of town where I hadn't been in a while. And I would go there and I would make friends with all the mango tree owners and try and ask them if I could get their mangoes off their tree or find just like the ones that had fallen on the ground. Now, while I was doing this, the mangoes were so good. They were so out of this world tasty that I started to recognize that I didn't actually know what varieties I was eating. Okay, because there's a lot of different varieties in the mango world. There's like 2,000 different varieties of mangoes altogether. And the ones that were on Oahu, just on that one island, there were probably 50 different varieties. I didn't know what they were called. I didn't know whether, I had eaten them before, whether they were popular in India, whether parts of the world they were from. I didn't know anything. All I knew was that they were unbelievable. There were a few varieties, which I knew the names of because people in Hawaii definitely know what they are. One of them is called the Puri. It's spelled P-I-R-I-E. If you ever get your hands on a Puri mango, just know that you are eating literally one of the greatest things on the planet. It is a Puri, just tastes like, I can't even describe the flavor of it. It's a combination of like flowers and every tropical fruit that you can possibly think of. And it's unmistakable. You put it in your mouth and it's like your eyes roll in the back of your head. It's unbelievable.
It's a true story.
So Puris are incredible. Then there was another Hayden variety that was growing on the island of Oahu that was different than the Hayden that you would normally get here in the United States. That variety was mind-blowing. And then there was a third one whose name I actually can't remember. It had a Japanese name and it was something like Matsuda or Matsushita or something like that. Out of this world. It was like meaty and it had a bunch of fiber in it, which was actually kind of nice. And it was I only got like 2 or 3 of them in total. Now, to answer Robby's question, I was eating so many mangoes at that time of life. I ate 2,000 mangoes in a 3-month period. I averaged 23 mangoes per day, every single day. And I would collect them, I put them into a bucket in the back of my truck, and I would just drive around town with a bucket full of mangoes, and that's what I would eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I tried to set the Guinness Book of World Records for most mangoes eaten within like a 24-hour period or a month or whatnot. I got denied because they said they don't do food-related stuff. And so as a result of that, I have the unofficial world record. At least I like to claim that I do. And that's that.
Okay. So listen, like at the time you're living in Hawaii. All right.
Right.
You are living with type 1 diabetes.
Correct.
Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the name of the show is Simple Meals. Okay. We're talking about the simplicity side of doing this lifestyle.
Uh-huh.
You were making meals of mangoes and you were a happy camper.
Yeah. I mean, at the least complicated, my meal was like a bunch of mangoes. Sometimes I would eat mangoes and bananas together. Sometimes I would eat mangoes and bananas and papayas together, right? And then sometimes I would, like, for dinner when I was getting tired of mangoes, I'd be like, all right, cool. Let me go make some cauliflower and green beans and onions, and I'd turn it into a more, diverse collection of foods. But my meals were all
simple. They were every single one of those meals. This is like mangoes, can be the base of a lot of different meals. Like we do love mangoes at Mastering Diabetes.
Yeah.
There are a lot of recipes with mangoes. There's a lot you can do with mangoes. So
I mean, to this day, it's now like 14 years later, I still eat really simply, right? And it's not because I'm like trying to win like a simplicity world record here or anything. It's just because eating simply is actually easier logistically. If you find the foods that you love and you kind of eat them over and over again, it just makes life very simple. And if most of the foods that are in the plant-based world are so nutrient dense that even if you don't eat a whole wide selection of them all the time, you're still getting maximal nutrient density every single time. So you don't have to worry about it. It's great.
Dr. B is calling us. Should we have him on the show?
Yeah, get him.
Dr. B, you're live on the Facebook show right now. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. What would you like to say to everybody?
How do we get video going? I'm walking outside with no shirt on right now.
Okay, we could put your video on my phone and we could show your face to the camera. Do you want to do that?
All right. Hello, everyone. This is unexpected. I was calling to say hi to my friend Robby, and here we are. Let's do some questions.
Listen. If you have any questions for Dr. Wilbolskowitz, we're going to let him on the program for another 5 minutes. Okay. And yep. Will, why don't you tell people about your brand new book?
Brand new book. So, all right. I have a new book that came out in May 17th. It's called the Fiber Fields Cookbook. And many people who follow me, they read my first book, which was Fiber Fueled. It was basically the story of gut health and the new science that's emerging that is so exciting and transforming our understanding of how the body works, and the discovery, like the realization that one of the most important parts of human health isn't even human. It's bacteria that live inside of us that aren't even a part of our body, yet they're so like intricately intertwined with our human physiology. It's amazing. And the key, what seems to be sort of the main thing that's important, is that you have to feed these microbes, because they're as alive as you and I are, Robby, as alive as these people are that I'm now, doing a Q&A with instantaneously.
Yeah.
And so anyway, to feed them, their preferred food is fiber.
Yeah, exactly.
And it raises a serious issue in the United States and most industrialized countries, because, for example, here in the United States, 95% of people are deficient in fiber. And like the degree of deficiency isn't mild, it's intense. I mean, we're like literally less than half of the expected amount of fiber for men, and women, are not even close to where they need to be either. So we're all sort of just not hitting the mark.
Will, it's very intense. And I want to tell you, this show, what we're actually doing is we actually have a pretty short show today because I have to run and get in the car. When I get in the car, I will call you back. But we're doing mango testing. So we have over 30 varieties of mangoes in front of us. And we're going to eat more fiber in this show than most people eat in a day, Dr. B.
All right. Mangoes are an amazing fruit. Most people don't realize there's many different varieties of mangoes. And if you were to go and look at, for example, Indian royalty, the Indian princes, they actually took great pride in their mango gardens, like basically their gardens filled with these mango trees. And that was one of the ways in which they demonstrated their success. And a part of it is that within their faith in Hinduism, there actually is one of their, I apologize for not understanding the proper terminology. So if I say this wrong, if there's someone who's Hindu and I say this wrong, I apologize. But essentially one of their gods is an elephant that holds a mango. That's what he does. And so anyway, the point on mangoes, though, is that they're incredibly healthy. They're filled with fiber. They're filled with polyphenols. They're absolutely delicious. This is mango season that we're in right now. And so it's the perfect time to be smashing them.
That's right. Well, it was a pleasure to have you on the show. People are saying they love you. They love your book. They're going to buy your book. And I'm going to call you later.
Okay. Sounds great. Thanks, everyone.
All right, man.
Have a good one.
Okay, we're eating mango. Which one did we try here, Cyrus?
All right. So we now have the official mango hunter right here. And okay, so as you can see, there's a whole bunch of mango varieties. You want to tilt the camera down a little bit?
Let's do this.
Okay. So there's a bunch of mango varieties that are here on the table, and Robby was kind enough to go get them from a farm closer to Homestead.
That's right.
Next to Miami. Now, each one of these has a specific variety. So this one right here is called the Kensington Pride. And the Kensington Pride is, as you can see, when I cut this bad boy open, there's a number of ways to determine whether or not a mango is actually ready to eat. First things first, before you even cut the mango open, what I recommend doing is taking the mango and going to the place where it connects to the tree, right? So you get this little stump that comes out of it. Take this stump and smell it right there, okay? Indigo smell. What you are looking for in a ripe mango is a very fragrant smell. Okay, if you don't smell anything, that's not the end of the world, but you're smelling something, you're trying to smell something that's kind of like it's an indicator that the flesh on the inside is ripe, and it should smell floral. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, you want to take your hand and you want to squeeze it, and you want to make sure that there's just a little bit of give. Okay, it doesn't have to be too soft, but you want to just make sure that it's got like a little bit. So this mango is actually maybe not ready because it doesn't have that much give. But if I pick up another one, I smell it's got a good fragrance, and I squeeze it. It's hard to see, but I can definitely feel that there's a little bit of squishiness to it, and that's a good thing. Okay, so when I did that with this Kensington Pride, I opened this bad boy, and the third thing is you're looking for color. Take a look at that color.
Look at that.
See how it's got that sort of like deep orange color to it? Some mangoes are going to be a little bit darker colored than others, and it depends on the variety. But overall, you're looking for like an orangey yellow color on the inside, and that right there is another good indication that it's ready to eat.
100%.
And then the last thing is that when you smell the actual flesh, when you open it, it's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I mean, it's unmistakable. So use that as your indicator for whether or not it's ready. And the truth is that a lot of the mangoes that you get in the northern latitudes, like up towards the northeast and like the north part of the United States, it's really hard to get good mangoes in that area. And most of the time you're going to cut them open and they're going to be yellow on the inside. They're going to taste sour. And that's just unfortunate. But point being is that that's how you can find a good mango. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to dive into this. There's a whole list here from this one particular farm. We just had the Kensington Pride. What are we going to try next, Cyrus?
Okay, but we got to give it to Indigo and have her taste test.
Okay. We have to get a review.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Are you ready, little anybody? You tell me what you think. Okay, she's the official taste tester here at Mango Central. Okay, what do you think?
Is that yummy?
It's a juicy one.
I think she likes it.
It's a juicy one. What do you think?
Good.
I didn't
Okay.
get much of a reaction on her there.
Yay!
You got more?
Yay!
Problem is, once she pops, she can't stop.
Okay.
This is officially a very good mango. So if you
Yeah.
get a chance,
That's the most famous mango in Australia, the Kensington
I
Pride.
didn't know that.
Okay. This is a sander. Okay. This one's gotten a little bit too ripe, and that's okay. That happens. Sometimes you're just gonna cut around the bad part, all right? So it looks like there's a little bit of brown on the sides. You just cut that off. No problem. Okay, we're just gonna cut it off, and we're gonna make sure to only eat good stuff. And let's try this. You want to try it, Kylie?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just coming into taste
Yeah,
test.
for sure.
This is my wife, Kylie. If you guys haven't met her yet,
Ooh, that one was very delicious.
yeah, this is a
It was
taste one.
really soft.
This
And,
is the sander.
The sander.
Yep. Let's see.
This one has a more floral smell.
Wow, that's good.
It could be
Also really soft.
Yeah.
I like when they have a soft texture rather than that like really fibrous,
Is it Sandra?
thick.
Yeah, that's the sander.
It's like really soft, like melts in your mouth like butter.
Okay.
Mmm.
Let's see.
Do you
This
taste
one
Do you taste one?
is the.
That's a good one. It's a little milder.
Yeah, more mild than the first. What was the first one again?
The Kensington Pride.
Oh, that was very sweet and very juicy.
That's right.
Mm.
Every time I have, this is a PK, which I can't find it on the sheets. I don't know what it actually stands for. But that's got a very.
Ooh, floral.
I wish people could try these with us.
Flowers. Like
Oh,
I
that's
smell
different.
flowers.
That's different.
That reminds me of mangoes we eat in Bali,
Okay.
in Indonesia. Another question we get a lot is how do you cut a mango?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, you should show them. Kylie.
Yeah. So basically, you can see that what Robby did, he made the very first cut. So the mango on the inside has a pit, and it's a long, thin, round pit, which we'll show you in a second. But the way to start with a mango is to take it and hold it upright so that it's lengthwise, and then you cut down. You have to kind of see where the pit is in the middle, but cut alongside of the pit. And then once you have your slice cut off, you can slice into it and make like a grid pattern. And then you can scoop it right out with a spoon, like ice cream.
It's exactly right. And you can you can do that too.
Looks beautiful.
Boom, look at that.
Oh, that looks great. Hold it, close up.
See, you cut it perfectly because she's an expert mango cutter, the mango ma'am.
Yeah.
And so what you did is you didn't go through the skin. You went like just to the skin.
Yeah.
So when you like open it up, it's perfect.
You have to practice that technique for a little while.
Now, here's another technique that most people don't know about. When you cut one of the sides of the mango, just like she did, you end up with this piece right here, right? Now, you can score it just like she did. Or you can take a cup, a glass. This is a fun technique, okay? So you take the glass and you basically put it right inside the mango like that. I don't know if you can see that properly.
This is great.
And then you take the glass and you basically just slide the mango right into the glass. If you can see that.
This is art. I mean, look at that juice.
Look at the juice coming out.
That's when you know your mango is right.
You get
guys.
mango
And then
juice.
Boom, right there. I got
Wow.
the mango inside the cup right there.
And a shot of mango juice at the bottom.
Shot of mango juice. And most of the flesh is now out of the mango, sleeve. But there's still some mango flesh, valuable mango flesh. So that's why you take a spoon.
Yeah. You do not want to waste any of the mango.
No mango left behind. And you take that and you just kind of scoop it and you end up with the remaining mango flesh. That's like a little piece more. Put that in the cup and now you can take that and put in the compost bin.
Boom.
Okay.
That's amazing.
So,
Also safe for babies.
yes.
No knife involved. This was the Juno.
Okay. Did you like it?
Oh my Lord. This
Okay,
one
let's
is
try the
a giant winner.
Okay.
in
Let's
my
see.
book.
What do we
That
got?
is amazing. That one is like super, it's like the perfect
That's
mango.
super sweet. There's very little acid in that one.
Yeah.
Just
Very
pure
sweet.
sweetness.
It's like literally sugar water.
Yeah.
Sugar water.
Sure water.
Name that movie.
Woo. Pop
Where
quiz.
does sugar water come from?
Okay. Let's see who can write that in the comments.
He just came in here and he's just asking for sugar water.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try this one with the A.
The A.
The A is an Angie.
Angie.
Okay, let's see.
Anybody here, is your name Angie? You have a mango named after you. If your name is Angie.
Okay.
Hi,
I
Taylor.
want to get smaller pieces for indigo.
Sure can.
Let's go. Was that small enough?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay. Kyle, you get a good size piece.
This one's
Oh,
the A.
thank you. The A. This
Yep,
is the
the Angie.
Angie.
Angie's actually a very good mango. I've had this before.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Wow.
Good.
Mm.
I don't even know how to describe
Is
that.
anybody getting the movie right?
That's good. Do you know the answer?
No, I do not.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, we'll talk about this movie, but I've seen several people ask a question saying it's hard for me to get good mangoes.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a few ways to address this. Number one, definitely Google Asian market near and then type in your address. And then you can also type in Mexican market near and then type in your address.
Or you can go to Google and you can just type in Asian market near me.
Near me. Okay, perfect. Do that. Even easier. Okay. And you will be shocked if you haven't shopped at your local ethnic markets. They're going to be your best chances. Right now, you'll see a lot of Atulfo mangoes, which are very good. You'll see
Give me the other name.
also champagne
Or
honey. Honey. That's all the same thing, and it's very good. Okay. It looks similar to this mango. It's like kind of small and yellow. They're very good. That's one option. Okay. But even like Cyrus, we've been in the Midwest traveling, and we go to Walmart, and we found good mangoes at Walmart.
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely.
So at Walmart, you're going to look for like a Kent. You'll see Kent's, you'll see Hayden's, you'll see Tommy's. But the key is when you're at the store, look for a mango that has color and is not like super duper green. And if it has a little bit of give, that's a good sign. That's a good sign that it's going to ripen and it's not going to be like rock hard.
Well, and here's the other thing. I've heard a lot of people who have a bad experience with mango because It's too hard. They don't know what to do with it. They get it home. They try to cut into it. It's not juicy. It doesn't taste like anything because it's not ripe.
That's not right.
So if you have those types of mangoes that haven't quite ripened, the beauty of a mango is that it will continue to ripen even off the vine.
Yeah.
So when you find yourself in front of mangoes that are not ripe, you just get yourself a plastic or paper bag, brown paper bag to the rescue. Put them someplace warm in a window with sun, or on top of the refrigerator is a good place. Someplace warm that's going to allow them to ripen. And if you really want to expedite your ripening, stick a banana. What? You tell us. Indigo has a suggestion.
Someone's hungry.
Put a banana in the bag with your mangoes. The banana has really great ripening properties, and when it's all sealed up, all those gases work together to ripen your mangoes even quicker.
So what happens is that as any fruit ripens, it off gases a gas called ethylene. So one fruit, like a banana that tends to ripen quickly, is off gassing ethylene. You put it inside of a paper bag, and then that way the ethylene that comes out of the banana actually serves as the gas that stimulates the ripening of the other fruits. So ethylene has this feed forward mechanism. It comes off of ripening fruits, and then it actually serves as a stimulant to go ripen the other fruits that are not ripe. So it's a very cool process, and we recommend doing that for sure.
Great question came in. Do mangoes freeze well? The answer is yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh my
They
gosh.
freeze amazingly well.
But you know what? We never have enough left over to freeze.
That's the problem.
I've literally frozen mangoes twice, and one time it was to make mango nice cream, which is amazing. So you can freeze your mango, you can then blend it with a little bit of water or coconut water, and it makes a beautiful nice cream, especially some of these really silky textured mangoes that aren't as fibrous. They make amazing nice cream. So there's a little food for thought.
Totally.
But also we eat mangoes so much that there's never any
It's just hard.
freezable.
Okay, so we're coming towards the end of the show here. We're not going to cut up too many, because then we'll never we won't actually finish them.
Did anyone get the movie reference?
Okay, did anybody get the movie reference?
Sure. He just wants sure.
Come on.
I wonder if our producer Bess knows.
I know.
We're going to find out after the show. Are spotty bananas considered ripe if the stem is still green? That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, so with bananas, you mean if you're talking about ripe because the brown in color, the best thing to do is just open them up and get the sense of what the flavor is. Because the browner the banana is, the sweeter and softer it becomes. So it just depends on how you like your banana. Some people really like a firm, more like less sweet banana that's more green. But as the banana gets sweeter and softer, it gets browner on the outside.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Also for bananas, sometimes the amount of give, if it has a little bit of give, that's a good sign that it's gotten a little bit riper. But you can eat them at many stages. I mean, Cyrus likes to eat his bananas really yellow and not like super spotty, which is fine. So it's totally cool.
Okay, somebody says Jim Carrey, but from which one? The answer is no, not Jim Carrey. Boom!
Yeah.
Men in Black.
Kate, you nailed it.
Wow.
Men in Black.
Good job, Kate.
That's right. The aliens came.
That's right.
It made an egger soup.
Tommy, yeah.
And Egger drank all the sugar water.
Please treat yourself to a mango tonight.
And watch Men in Black.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, guys, this was fun. Thank you for joining us. Any last questions? Hit us up in the chat box. And
Did you tell them about Miami fruit where they can get some?
Yeah, so there's two places you can buy this. Okay, there's an Instagram account called Mango Man Homestead. You could order. That's where a lot of these mangoes came from. But the most reliable, consistent option is to treat yourself to some mangoes from Miami Fruit. Just go to miamifruit.com. They will ship them to you. It's always the highest quality, the most beautiful shipping method. They pack their fruit amazingly well. And so that's how you can, and now's the time. So if you want to treat yourself, you place an order like today, because mango season is, going to wrap up pretty soon here. This is the peak of special varieties from both of these farms. And for Miami Fruit, you could enter the discount code Mastering Diabetes and you'll save 5%. So go ahead and do that.
The one last thing I will say too is when you go to the grocery store and you find the Tommy Atkins mango, okay? The Tommy Atkins mango is probably the worst mango around. The problem is that it's easily transportable and lots of grocery stores have them during mango season. So
if you find yourself at the grocery store and you have a bunch of Tommy Atkins and they're kind of cheap, and then you get some champagne mangoes that are a little bit more expensive, just spend a little bit more money on the champagne mangoes or the honey mangoes, because it's a much better experience. Tommies tend to be very fibrous and not very flavorful, so try and avoid those as much as possible.
Somebody asked a question, do we eat mainly raw? So at Mastering Diabetes, we teach to eat a wide variety of all the plant groups. So that's fruits, that's starchy vegetables, that's legumes, that's intact whole grains, leafy greens, non-starchy vegetables, herbs and spices, and mushrooms. That's all of them. We do, for people doing the transition, optimizing insulin sensitivity, Cyrus or Kylie has created ARAP.
ARAP eating.
ARAP eating.
As raw as possible.
And that's a good way to sometimes, you use it as a strategy in a lot of situations.
For sure. It's a tool.
It's a tool.
In the tool belt to maximize your insulin sensitivity when you're looking to take it to the next level. It's an up leveling of our program. So as raw as possible eating is a really great strategy, especially in the summer months when produce isn't readily as abundant everywhere. It's a really fun strategy because you can really see huge results in your insulin sensitivity. Your blood glucose values will improve. You stay really well hydrated, especially in these hot summer months. So, summertime, I'd say we definitely are much more primarily raw just because the fruit is so abundant. Like, we fill up on things like this and then there's not as much room left over for any cooked food. But you certainly don't have to eat only raw in order to gain insulin sensitivity and maximize your insulin sensitivity.
But it is real tasty if you do.
It's really tasty. It's really fun.
So there you have it. Let's see. Look, if your blood glucose goes up to 200 when you eat mangoes, we'd love to help you. We have a personalized coaching program, and we solve those problems day in and day out. You can learn about that by just going to masteringdiabetes.org/start. Indigo's excited about that, but you have to understand that if that's happening for you, it's a warning. There could be a lot of reasons, but it's likely that you're living with insulin resistance. It's a warning sign, and you want to address that as soon as possible.
Evie, do you have any final parting words for our audience today? You want to tell them how cute you are? Look at that little face.
Oh my God, that's the best ending ever. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Have a great day.